Hi, everyone. My name is Peter Cannon. I'm the Marketing and Communication Officer for the University of South Florida School of Information. I'm here with Dr. Vanessa Reyes. She is a faculty member in the School of Information. We're going to be talking about her book, which is called Saving Your Digital Past, Present, and Future, a Step-by-Step Guide. Thank you for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cannon. I really appreciate you doing this.
Okay, great. So our first question is, what is the audience for your book?
So the book is written for a general audience. It's meant to be an audience that is interested in starting to manage their personal digital information. And when I first started writing the book, that I sat down with my editor, we said, we want this to be something that can be read anywhere too, that is practical, that is easy to read. So the first thought was, we want to see this book at a dentist's office, at a bus, somebody in a bus waiting for a bus stop reading the book, something practical, and anybody can just pick it up and read the step-by-step concepts that are being presented. So really, it's a general audience tone, and it's meant to be that supplement when you're first starting to manage your personal digital information.
Perfect, great. So this is something that would be of interest not only to your students, but also to the general public and librarians.
Correct. Yes. So it's honestly going to be a great tool for anyone in any discipline, great for students, great for faculty members, and also your day-to-day person who keeps so much personal digital information in multiple places, not just computers, but phones and portable handheld devices. So it really is meant to address that overload of just so much personal digital information that we are keeping right now. And it really does address that in a very leisurely manner.
Great. Our second question then is, what is unique about your book?
So the unique aspect about my book is the way that it's formatted. It's formatted in a tone to be a step-by-step process. It creates a scenario where the reader can follow along with their personal digital information and really assess their collection as they're reading the book. There's visual examples on how to do, for example, how to produce a list of files that you, like a file identification system, how to name your files correctly. It has examples of how to produce that. It also has different types of tools that are openly available for you. It provides advice as to types of tools that you can use. It provides advice as to what storage capabilities you can use, because the whole thing here going on right now is we need more storage. We're running out and we need options. So it really has done the research for this. I've done the research. I've taken some time to really look at some valuable tools that users will take advantage of and find helpful to incorporate in their day-to-day. So that's what really makes this book so unique, is that it has these resources there for them, this list of tools. Most of them are openly accessible, so it's at zero cost. And another great thing is the illustrations. They're very helpful for them to follow step by step. And then the entire book is narrated in a sense that they can pick it up as a companion as they're doing these processes. So I think that that's really what makes this book unique in that sense, because a lot of the times, these types of things can be daunting and very, very time consuming. So I figured having something that is easy to follow and cuts down on your time is what we need, because unfortunately, technology is rapidly changing, and we need to really catch up with that and really have a backup plan for our personal digital information and our digital lives. So the last portion of the book really looks at identifying what your plan is for when what happens when you die. So looking at digital estate planning, that's another unique aspect. There's only a few resources out there that really make users think about those things, but we really need to create a plan as to what are we doing with our data? What do we do? Who are we giving possession of that? And how are we making sure that our digital legacy lives on after we're no longer here? So those are the types of questions that the book really raises and really gets readers to a level of awareness. I have to really start to think about these types of things for the long term, because uh, who's going to work with this? Who's going to save it and preserve it and manage it? And you want to make sure it ends up in the right hands. Really, that's the whole case of it all. So that's so yeah, so the book really addresses those situations and really makes the reader have an awareness of their personal digital information from the moment they create it to the moment it's no longer in their responsibility. Yeah, so that's really the sense of the premise of the book.
Fascinating, fascinating. And that kind of leads then into our third question, which is, what do you hope readers can do? Not learn, but what can they do after reading your book?
Right. So after reading this book, readers are going to have a sense of their personal information management styles. Everyone has a unique way of managing their personal information. This book is not meant to create a method for them, if not helpful steps that they can follow and include in their day to day. So it is a very precious endeavor. And I really hope that this book really helps in that process in making the right decisions in terms of how to preserve their data. In what hands are this personal information going to be in the long term? So start thinking about the next 5 years. It's one of the biggest questions in there. And also addressing the situation of how much do I have that I don't need? And how much do I have that I really do need to manage and preserve? So it really does force the reader to create this list of things that they have for safekeeping, and also to address what is necessary and what is not. So I really hope that the book really helps in that decision-making process. I hope that it creates an awareness for users in terms of making these important decisions, and that they're able to preserve their personal history. And that's really one of the most important things to me, because that's our memories that we keep for time, for time and memoriam. So I really am just trying to preserve that cultural heritage. So hopefully this book will really reach out to users and have that and they'll have that experience.
Great, that's fascinating. It seems like one of those books that is for a broad audience, not only for academic purposes, but also for the
Right.
general public, and it seems a
Right.
way to engage with the USF community.
Right, right. I really hope that the USF community takes advantage. There is, I believe there is access to it through the USF library, and so I will make sure that there is a virtual copy as well, because I think it's a great companion to a day-to-day process. Even as a student, you're keeping so much information, and you're trying to make sure that you don't lose this precious information that you're creating at these early career stages. It prepares you as you become a professional as well. So that's something that I stress a lot in the book as well, is that if you're just starting off, that you need to make sure you have these these important methods, and use these methods for future inspiration for how you manage your personal digital information. So, and awareness is really important, and that's what I'm hoping this book addresses and fills in that gap.
Great. Well, we'll make sure that everyone at the University of South Florida is aware of your book. Again, the title is Saving Your Digital Past, Present, and Future, a Step-by-Step Guide by Dr. Vanessa Reyes, who is a faculty member of the University of South Florida School of Information.